Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson, and today I wanted to give you guys a little bit different perspective. We talk on this show about the importance of delegating and how it frees up time and frees up billable hours, and I want to give you some data to back that up and to show you what we mean, because I don't know how many of you have actually considered just how much revenue you could be leaving on the table by refusing to delegate your marketing or even some of your other tasks. All right. So I'm going to go through several marketing activities and just kind of some estimated times as to how long it would take you to do it, and compare that to what an average hourly rate would be for an attorney. I know a lot of you attorneys out there are going to a flat fee structure, and that's great, but we can also kind of reverse engineer the math there and sort of come to a basic hourly rate. So we're going to talk about how long it would take for you to build your own website, even using, a very basic template drag and drop site like 1-in-1 or Wix or whatever that's out there. We're going to talk about how long it'll take to write blogs, how long it'll take to shoot videos, how long it will take to create social media. All right. So first, let's start with your website. All right. And let's say that on average, your average hourly rate is about $400 an hour. All right. We'll start that as our benchmark. If you're charging less than that, cool. $200, $300 an hour, like you'll still be able to see how this adds up, but we're going to go with 400 because after I polled quite a few attorneys that I know, that was kind of what the numbers came out to. All right. So let's start with your website. And let's say that you want to build your website from scratch. And let's say that you're going to do Wix or 1-in-1 or whatever the other ones are out there. That's fine. It's going to take you some time to create that account, to pick out a theme out of all of the themes and templates that they have, the layout, dragging and dropping the different elements that you want, picking out your color scheme, uploading your logo, making sure your logo looks good, all that stuff. All right. You're probably looking at anywhere from 1 to 5 hours. 1 hour if you are a tech geek, you know how to do it. And you feel comfortable navigating that. 5 hours, and that's still maybe being generous if you're being very particular about it. All right. So already you're spending a half a day just setting your website layout up. All right. Next is the biggest part of it. You got to write the copy for it. All right. And again, if you're going to be super fast, super minimal, maybe it doesn't take that long, but you got to write copy for a homepage, contact pages, your disclaimers, your practice area pages, anything else that you're going to write on your website, all of that's going to take some time. And depending on how much of a perfectionist you are, that could take anywhere from another 5 hours. It could take you 12 hours. It could take even longer than that, depending on how many pages you have. Especially if you're a personal injury attorney, you want to have separate pages for all the different areas of personal injury. Family law often has a lot of pages, business law, estate planning, all of them. Every practice area could have tons of extra pages to write. So it's all about how many pages are you going to write? How long are you going to describe each practice area? How long is that going to take? 5 to 12 hours, maybe? Who knows? Once you've got everything done, then you probably have to work with the hosting platform to actually get the website live. If some of those companies, maybe it's GoDaddy that you're working with, especially if GoDaddy owns your domain, or one of these other companies, maybe it's a little bit more streamlined, but it could be anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, if you streamline it really well. So just on your website alone, all right, let's say that you breeze right through it. You're just trying to do something to throw something up and to work, which is not a great strategy. And that's a completely different, episode and talking point all to itself. But you're looking at anywhere from 6.5 to 18 hours spent on that. All right. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, hey, John, there's a whole weekend. There's 2 whole days out of the week that I don't work. You could do that. But why do you want to spend time on the weekend when you could be doing things you actually enjoy doing? You could be out golfing, spending time with your family, taking a vacation, whatever, enjoying relaxing and not worrying about work all the time. Why would you spend that doing something that could so easily be delegated to someone else? All right. So at a $400 an hour rate, you're looking at anywhere from $2,600 to $7,200 of revenue of billable hours, hours that you could have spent doing legal work, you spent it on marketing that you didn't get paid for. That's a huge chunk of revenue that you're leaving on the table, right? Let's keep going, all right? Social media, all right? You have to find content to write about, to create posts for. And the easiest approach is if you just write out a full month's worth of content at the start of a month and then, just get it all ready to go rather than going in every single day and making 1 or 2 posts a day. All right. However you do it, that's fine. But you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour every day. All right. Next, you have to publish and schedule those posts. All right. That's going to be another 30 to 45 minutes, especially if you're posting to multiple platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Again, if you're posting it all at once or you're posting it every single day, in total, you're looking at, another 30 minutes to an hour. So at that rate, still you're looking at, $400 to $1,200 or so of lost revenue for social media posting. All right. Blog writing. We think that you should be writing at least 1 blog a month. All right. So at that rate, a 400 to 600 word blog post could take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, because I know some of you are super perfectionists. You want to get every single detail in there. A blog that's 5 or 6 paragraphs doesn't feel as complete as a blog that's 12 paragraphs and covers every single detail. But again, we can get into blog strategy later. 400 to 600 words is a good benchmark to shoot for. And if it takes you anywhere from 1 to 4 hours, you're looking at $400 to $1,600 in revenue. That's gone. It's out the window. All right. Next is video. All right. Aside from the money that it costs to purchase and even to find good video equipment, even if you just have, your cell phone and you want to just shoot some quick videos on your phone, upload them, all of that. All right. You got to think about setting up your equipment, performing the actual video shoot, which if you're creating 15 videos at a time could take up to a couple of hours. And then you got to edit those videos. You got to upload them to YouTube and put them on your website. All of that. That could take anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, depending on how fast your internet is, how tech savvy you are, and all that. So now you're looking at another 4.5 to, almost 8 hours again. And that's $1,600 to $3,200. So in total, you could be looking at $20,000, roughly of revenue that could have been spent, or time that could have been spent for billable hours, and instead you chose to spend it on your marketing because you thought it would save you time and money. And when you lay out the numbers compared to your hourly rate, you can see that may not actually be the case, and that it may be a better investment to delegate that stuff to a marketing company. All right, because an annual deal with a marketing company will end up being, anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a year, for content related stuff. Right. And that's for the entire year. This is for every month. Are you leaving $20,000 in revenue every month because you're doing your own marketing? It's definitely something to think about. Sit down, look at the numbers, look at how much time you're spending on your marketing, compare that to what your hourly rate would be, multiply that out, and see how much money you could have been making doing legal work. But instead you had it blocked out for marketing and couldn't take on another case. All right. Hope that's helpful. Hope that you learned something. Hope that was eye-opening for some of you. If you have any questions, if you disagree with me in any way, because I know I kind of came at you guys a little hard here, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to discuss this with you guys and see if there's something that could be different in your situation or whatever the case may be. I'm really happy to talk to you guys about it. You can email me at johnjohn@spotlightbranding.com. Like I said, happy to talk to you guys about it. Happy to see where some holes are, what you can delegate, maybe how you can improve your processes. Who knows? There's a lot of options out there for you, and I hope that was helpful. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.